him be here if you want to leave him.
Let her rip. I mean, the first question I'm on now.
Brad, are we good?
Everybody there?
Hey, Billy, happy birthday.
Not doing that.
I just sent, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. Jackson.
I'm all for it. If it
Appreciate it.
Falls out to you, Miss Jackson. Hello, Mr. Jackson.
Hello.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What a night it's been.
Thank you. I don't know if everybody is.
Matthew's got it.
Can you hear me, Brad?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Very good, thank you.
I love Norman.
Are we gonna wait, Brad?
I think you might go ahead. People think I'll join it in.
Okay. It's a delay.
There's that old 30-second delay.
Yeah. All right, thanks everybody for being here. Hopefully everybody will get called in that needs to be on the line. We'll run through this agenda, get anything answered, any changes we have, and then we'll start our council meeting at 6. First thing we have is approval of minutes. We have the City Council special called meeting October 13th, 2020. November 9th, 2020, the 5 and 5:30 work session minutes. November 16th, 2020, 9:30 work session minutes. And then the regular meeting, November 16th, 10 a.m. Any questions on those? All right, next we have weed abatements. One or two changes, C and D here, the 418 11th Avenue Southwest and then 423 7th Avenue Southwest have both been paid, so we'll be removing those for the council meeting. Any questions on the weed abatements? I did talk to David. I don't know if he was able to join, but he said there were no changes or anything other than the two that had paid. All right, set public hearing, ordinance number 20-4435, rezoning request 1366-20, tract of land containing approximately 1.02 acres located east of Old River Road, southeast. Currently zoned Ag 1, agricultural district to R3, single family residential district. We'll be setting the public hearing that will be held on January 4th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Matt or Joseph, are you guys on the line? Hey, Matt.
Yes, I'm here. And Stacy, thank you very much. There are no changes.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Next one, public hearing, resolution number 20-353, approved request for off-premise beer and wine license for Solly G Incorporated, doing business as Solly Convenience Store, located at 1201 West Moulton Street, Decatur, Alabama, 35601 South.
Yes, sir. Good evening. So I kind of give everybody an outline, and I kind of want to go through what we got here. So we have a request for off-premise beer and wine license by Safane Al-Jawi for Solly G Incorporated at 1201 West Moulton Street. Last Monday at the work session, the Revenue Department gave a conditional approval of this alcohol license. But because of conflicting information and a discrepancy in the Articles of Incorporation, we now abstain from making a recommendation due to the information listed. And I'm going to go ahead and speak on that information. So on 11/10/2020, Safane applied for an alcohol license and submitted the Articles of Incorporation for Solly G Incorporated. Solly Goba was listed as an officer on those Articles of Incorporation for Solly G as of 10/12/2020. On 10/22/2020, all shares of Solly G Incorporated were transferred to Dyer Ali Sally Moe Goba. On 11/5/2020, all shares for Solid G Incorporated were then transferred to Safane Al-Jaweed. So we have a article of incorporation which is within the month have changed officers 3 times. So going back to the denial from the previous council from the AZ convenience store, also located at 1201 West Moulton Street, it is unknown if there's a connection or not between Safane, Ali, and Solid, which are three different individuals. Here's what we're talking about. Because of this, like I said, there is some discrepancy and some conflicting information. The Revenue Department is abstaining at this time from making a recommendation to approve this license. The Police Department also abstained to make a recommendation also in this case. So unfortunately, we're going to leave it up to the council to make a decision on this license. These gentlemen are here. Ali, Sally, and Safane are all here for the 6 o'clock meeting in case you got, well, I think Ali's not here, right? Ali's not here. It's a 6 o'clock meeting if there's any questions.
Okay, any questions for Sal?
I have a question. So, Chief, Sal, this is sort of your job to give us a recommendation, either up or down. Why are we not getting some sort of recommendation on this? I mean, I understand. Look, I fully understand, but, you know, we're asked to make decisions based on the information that you give us.
So based on the background check, the police department normally makes a recommendation, and I go off what the police department recommends. So if I don't get a recommendation from the police department, I don't feel comfortable making a recommendation for approval.
Okay. So,
I can answer that too from the police perspective. It's very difficult for us to make a decision with information that comes in so late. We just received this information on Friday, I think it was, last week on the name change. And the name that people moved off of the press forms and things. So it's very difficult for us to make a decision right now with information that's just come into it.
so do we need to table this until you have time to review this and?
That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions for Sal or Chief?
Chief, how long does it take for a background check to come back? So if is that what we're like waiting on, or well, what do we need?
We do a little bit more than the background check on it. We also going to go and check each individual person that's on their phone. It won't take a very long time to do that one, but you all meet once a week, and it may be time to get you back, or we need time to get you back on the agenda.
I mean, I don't, it doesn't bother me, Chief, if it takes a month, 3 months, it doesn't bother me how long it takes. I just want to get it right.
I do too.
And so if it takes you an extended period of time, I'm okay with that. I just need for us to, well, I can't speak for anybody else. I need adequate information for me to make a cognitive decision as to how I need to vote on this.
And that's what we look at.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks, I appreciate it.
I would like to build on what the chief said. So the police department did do a background check, and they did complete a background check. Because of the holidays, it was pushed a little topsy-turvy. It is different. It was pushed back a little bit. But there was a background check that was complete, and for the most part, there's not, according to what I saw from the police department record, there wasn't anything that alarmed me on Safane's background check. But the problem is here is the discrepancy on the articles of incorporation where they're changing hands 3 times in 1 month. That's a discrepancy. So everybody that's listed as an owner or officer of corporation has to have the background check done. And in this case, they kept changing owners, or the corporation kept changing officers, and so now we're down to Safane, and he's the one applying for the license. So as far as the background check goes, from what I have from the police department, the background check is not an issue. Maybe it is. I don't want to step over the chief or anything like that, but the issue here is the discrepancy in the article of incorporation because it changed hands so many times. And I do have the amendments for each time that it changed hands. So on paper, everything's legal, but to me, I don't know what the connection is between Ali and Safane. I don't know what that connection is, and so that's what alarms me.
And I don't have a problem with you taking your time, Sal. I don't have a problem with that at all. What I would like for you to do is just give me adequate information to make a decision on. And I would also like to know why, if it's possible for us to know, why it's changed hands so many times in such a short period of time. if that's possible. I mean, at least we can ask that question. It might not get answered, but I'd like to know, I'd like to at least visit that and see why, they've changed hands, they've changed it in such a short period of time. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Sal.
Hey, Chief, quick, when you're making a recommendation for this, are you solely basing it on the applicant that you're looking at, or do you take all these other things into consideration?
We take the totality of it, everything
Okay.
into consideration, and the changing hands 3 different times. We
Okay.
Look into that more.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? All right, thanks, guys. All right, resolutions. Resolution number 20-354, approve replacement of flood damaged pier in the amount of $37,300. Stephanie or Jason or anybody on the line?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. This is Stephanie. I'm on. There's no changes.
okay. Any questions? All right, resolution number 20-355, approve vacation request 524-20 by Larry G. and Marita D. Monk. Matt?
That's correct. There are no changes to this either.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Any questions? All right, resolution number 20-357, award bid number 21-003 for EOTech HWS XPS2 holographic gun sights to Lawman and Shooter Supply, Inc. Charles?
Yes, sir. There's no changes on that unless you have questions.
Okay, any questions? All right, resolution number 20-358, declare surplus of municipal vehicles no longer needed by Morgan County Regional Landfill. Becky?
Yes, I'm on the line. There are no changes unless you have questions.
All right, any questions for Becky? All right, resolution number 20-359, declare surplus of municipal vehicles no longer needed by Street and Environmental. Becky?
There again, there are no changes.
Okay. Resolution number 20-360, FY21 budget amendment regarding a funding of previously approved items and projects. Kyle? All right, any questions for Kyle? Resolution number 20-361, authorize mayor to execute Bank Street resurvey agreement with Diana Painter.
No changes.
No changes. Any questions? All right, resolution number 20-362, a budget increase of $5,000 to animal services repair and maintenance line to pay for unexpected HVAC repairs.
No change.
No change. Any questions? All right, resolution number 20-363, approve police department positions adjustments for FY21 funded a department budget. Rochelle?
No changes.
Okay, any questions? All right, resolution number 20-364, authorize mayor to sign 2021 Safe Workplace Guidelines Annual Agreement with MWCF. Rochelle?
No changes.
Okay, any questions? All right, resolution number 20-365, re-energize the recruitment efforts to fill Director of Development vacancy. Rochelle?
No changes.
Okay, any questions? All right, resolution number 20-366, job classification pay plan update, reclassify pay grade for planner 3. Rochelle?
No changes.
Any questions? All right, resolution number 20-367, adopt job classification manager, planning department. Rochelle?
No changes.
Any questions? All right. Resolution number 20-368, approve Bibb Garrett Road interchange project items. Carl?
No changes unless there's questions.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Resolution number 20-369, approve Kerry Matthews agreement with Garver Engineering. Carl?
No changes.
Any questions?
Carl, I got a question. This is Carlton. Is this for engineering to hopefully figure out what's causing the issues over there, and then like reading the contract documents, it was almost like they were going to also offer the design aspect of it as well.
Yeah, this is for them to do design for the site grading and drainage work around the outside of the Kerry Matthews building.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thanks.
This isn't investigation, this is actual design work.
Gotcha.
All right, any other questions? Resolution number 20-370, approve a one-time pay increase. Michelle, would that be you?
Oh, actually, no, that would be you guys, but this is a recommendation by the council to issue additional funding for a one-time pay increase out of the unassigned fund balance to recognize our employees.
And this is a $400 on top of the 100 that's already been approved, or just an additional 400?
That is correct. At the last council meeting, there were two $100 one-time pay increases for the wellness participation and for the holiday. This is separate coming forward from the council as an additional benefit to our employees.
Okay, any questions?
$400.
Sorry, any questions? Okay. Resolution number 20-371, approve fire and rescue station number 5 bid. Kyle, do you want to speak to you?
Sure.
I know we changed some of the funding on that.
Yeah, so we kind of got creative a little bit with the funding source for the fire station. The council recommended to go with the bid that was valued at $3,199,656. That created a additional funding need of $110,892. So what we decided to do was use Heritage Fund, which is a restricted funding source. The restrictions on the source in this case are for capital improvements, so finance recommends that we use that restricted funding source instead of using unassigned fund balance in this instance to be able to save $110,000 in the unassigned fund balance. And I've cleared it with legal already too. The use of this source is eligible for the additional costs on the firehouse.
Herman, that's usually used for improvements on existing. How are we doing that?
This is for new buildings also, this Heritage Trust Fund. Yeah, we've used it, you're right, it's been mostly for maintenance, but it's also, you can construct a new improvement, new building with the Heritage Trust Fund money. It's a capital improvement.
All right, any other questions? Our bid is $199,656. All right. Ordinance first reading, ordinance number 20-4436, rename Silvercrest Drive Southwest to Onizuka Drive Southwest. Matt?
Yes, sir, that's correct, and there are no changes to it.
Okay, and just to reiterate, there are no houses on that street, right?
That's correct, no houses.
Okay, any questions? All right, boards and committees, reappoint Pam Wersler to the Personnel Board, term expiring 12/31/25. And Stacy told me before the meeting, this is actually just a second term reappointment.
It's a second full term. She had a partial, one full, and then this would be her second full term.
Okay.
Hey, Pop.
Any questions?
No. Messed you up.
Any questions? All right.
When did she start, Stacy?
According to Susan's notes, 11.
Okay.
It's a long partial.
Yeah,
And that's what seems confusing, because they're
5-year terms.
5-year terms, and it was 4.
Okay, any other questions? All right, that's all I've got. We'll get started at 6. Thanks. to order. We have Pastor Toby Chastain, Associate Pastor of Decatur First United Methodist Church, to lead us in our invocation and pledge.
Good evening. I'd like to thank Mayor Bowling and our city council members for giving me this opportunity to meet with you and open our meeting with prayer. Pray with me. Heavenly Father, we praise you for all that you are to us. We're so thankful for your grace and mercy that you show to us every day, and we marvel at the works of your hands and the gifts which you have given to us. Thank you for this city of Decatur, Alabama, which you have blessed in so many ways. Lord, thank you for these, your servants, who have committed themselves to be leaders for their community and to be the voice of the people. We ask that you would give them endurance to follow the paths you've set before them. Grant them compassion for their fellow citizens. We pray that they would be beacons of hope and justice in a world that is in desperate need of both. Pray that you would grant them wisdom as they make decisions. O Lord, lead them that they would honor you with their lives. During this time of Advent, as we look to Christmas and we celebrate your coming to be Emmanuel, God with us, we pray for this, our city. Pray that you would give us peace. And pray that you would give us a vision for the future that would help us to grow and to thrive. And Lord, we pray for our city, our state, our nation, and our world as we battle COVID-19, and for those who are in the trenches, both for those who have contracted this deadly virus and our frontline medical workers who are treating patients and working for cures. We pray all these things and ask that you would look with favor upon our city and its leaders. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
And now would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Chastain. Roll call, please.
Ladner,
Here.
McMasters,
Here.
Jackson,
Here.
Pike,
Here.
Pepper.
Here. Okay, we have approval of minutes. First, City Council special called meeting, October 13th, 2020, 12 p.m. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike,
Second.
second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Approval, motion is approved 5-0. November 9th, 2020, 5 and 5:30 p.m. work session minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper,
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0. November 16th, 2020, 9:30 a.m. work session minutes. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike,
Second.
second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0. City Council regular meeting November 16th, 2020, 10 a.m. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0. Next, we have weed abatements. Any objection to taking them all at once?
No, I'd like to take them individually, please.
All right, we'll go one at a time. All right, resolution number 20-341, assess $285 against 510 12th Avenue Northwest for cost of abatement of nuisance. The motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-342, assess $285 against 2129 State Avenue Southwest. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. The next two we removed at the work session. So resolution number 20-345, assess $285 against 423 Memorial Drive Northwest for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike,
Second.
second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-346, assess $285 against 2804 Lake Knoll Drive Southwest for cost of abatement of nuisance. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike,
Second.
second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-347, assess $285 against 2406 McNair Street Southwest for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-348, assess $285 against 1121 10th Avenue Southeast for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike,
Second.
second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-349, assess $350 against 807 Market Street Northeast for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-350, assess $285 against 416 Belmead Street Southwest for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-351, assess $285 against 817 4th Avenue Southeast for cost of abatement of nuisance. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters,
Second.
second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-352, assess $285 against 2823 Hunterwood Drive Southeast for cost of abatement of nuisance. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper,
Second.
second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Motion is approved 4-1. Okay, next, we have set a public hearing. This is for ordinance number 20-4435, rezoning request 1366-20, is a tract of land containing approximately 1.02 acres and is located east of Old River Road, southeast, currently zoned Ag 1, Agricultural District to R3, Single Family Residential District. Public hearing to be held on January 4th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Matt?
That's it. Thank you, Councilman.
Okay. Any questions or any objection? Okay. Our meeting will, the public hearing will be held on January 4th, 2021 at 6 p.m. All right, next public hearing, resolution number 20-353, approve request for off-premise beer and wine license for Solly G Incorporated, doing business as Solly Convenience Store located at 1201 West Moulton Street, Decatur, Alabama, 35601. Sal?
I guess the decision is yours, whether you want to table it or go forward with it.
Okay. There was discussion in the work session about tabling. Does anybody have a motion to table? All right. Seeing no motion, Sal, you want to tell us?
Yes. Just going to go back over what we spoke about at the work session briefly. Zafane Al-Jawi has applied for a off-premise beer and wine license for Solid G Incorporated located at 1201 West Moulton Street. There was a recommendation for a conditional recommendation for approval based on the background check at the work session, the last meeting, which was November the 30th. It appears that there's some discrepancy and conflicting information as far as the articles of incorporation, and it looks like from November the 10th to, October the 12th to November the 5th, it looks like the articles of incorporation were amended at least 2 times for Solly G Incorporated. To begin with, the articles of incorporation had the only officer listed as Ali Salih Gaba. As of 10/22/2020, all shares were transferred to Dair Salih Gaba. And as of 11/5/2020, all shares of Solid G Incorporated were transferred to Zafane Al-Jawi. So the previous council has denied the license for AZ Convenience Store. This was earlier this year because of certain infractions by Ali Goba when he was applying for the AZ Convenience Store. It's unknown if there's a connection between Mr. Zafane and Ali. I don't really know what the connections. I asked, was there any connection, and I was told that they were not related, that they knew each other, that they were neighbors back home, whatever that is. I don't have that information. I'm not sure where back home is. So based on the discrepancy and the conflicting information on the articles of incorporation, because it changed hands so many times, I don't feel comfortable issuing a recommendation. I don't think Chief Allen feels comfortable either issuing a recommendation for approval. Mr. Goba and Mr. Al-Waji are here to speak if any of the council men have a question.
Chief, do you have anything to add? Just with kind of what we talked about earlier.
No, sir, nothing in addition to add. I totally agree with what Sal just talked about. The change on it has brought more concern for us, and we would like to investigate.
Okay.
I think Chip had hit the nail on the head. I think on paper everything is in place. The amendments were done for the articles of incorporation, and now they reflect Zafane, who is applying for the alcohol license, which matches the background check which was done by the police department. But that's the only background check that was conducted because the other people are no longer owners or officers of the corporation. When we do an alcohol license, we run a check on all owners and officers, applicants of the alcohol license, and that's what was done in this situation. So once again, it's going to be the decision of the council whether you want to approve this or not, and those gentlemen are here to answer any questions.
But we did ask if there was any connection, right?
Yes, sir, we did.
And we're finding out here later that it's
Initially, yes, sir, I asked, was there any connection? It was no. Today, there was an article in the paper that spoke about being related. I'm not sure about that. You know, I asked directly that question, and it was a no. It was, we were friends when we lived back at home. That's how we know each other.
I would like to move that we table this, to give the police time to do what they need to do and to let Sal and them look into it a little bit more. I'm just not comfortable knowing the previous council denied it and had a reason to, and it's just a little bit too squirrely for me right now without knowing more.
There's a motion to table. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion on tabling? All right, roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
No.
All right. Motion carries to table 4-1.
Thanks, sir.
This will be moved to a future agenda, and you guys will be welcome to come back when it's up for another consideration. Okay. All right, resolutions. Resolution number 20-354, approve replacement of flood damaged pier in the amount of $37,300. Stephanie?
Yes, sir. Council President, Council Stephanie McLean, Point Mallard Park. This is a resolution to proceed with the replacement of the flood damaged pier located inside the Point Mallard Aquatic Center. The cost of this project will be $37,300, with a portion of this cost being reimbursed by FEMA.
Kyle, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I can touch on that. So the split is 87.5%, 12.5%. So doing the math, the city would be on the hook for $4,662.50.
How much did you say?
$4,662.50.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-354 is approved with 5-0. Resolution number 20-355, approved vacation request 524-20 by Larry G. and Merita D. Monk. Matt?
Yes, sir, this is a request for a vacation of a DUT easement. It will be 1 foot of a vacation. That's originally they requested 8 feet, but DU did not want to go with that, so they agreed that 1 foot was fine, and that's it. That's where we stand.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Do I have a motion to approve?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-355 is approved 5-0. All right, resolution number 20-357, award bid number 21-003 for EOTech HWS XPST holographic gun sights to Lawman and Shooter Supply, Inc. Charles?
Yes, Council President Ladner, council members and mayor. This is a bid for the police department for holographic sights for rifle shot sights. And the low bidder was Lawman's and Shooter Supply at a price of $430.40 per unit. And the department currently plans on purchasing 10 units.
Okay, thanks, Charles. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-357 is approved 5-0. Thanks, Charles. Resolution number 20-358 declares surplus of municipal vehicles no longer needed by Morgan County Regional Landfill. Becky?
Yes, council, good evening. This is two pieces of equipment that the landfill had asked me to surplus out. The first one, they're both cover machines, and the first one, the 2008 machine, is in good condition for us to sell on Gov Deals. And then the 1999 cover machine, it's very old and it's really only good for scrap metal.
Okay, thanks, Becky. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-358 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-359 declares surplus of municipal vehicles no longer needed by Street and Environmental. Becky?
Yes, this is a 2006 Evo load-all garbage truck, and it is in good enough condition to sell on Gov Deals. It needs some repairs, and it will need to be towed or trailered, but it is good condition for Gov Deals.
Okay, thanks, Becky. The motion to approve?
You're welcome.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-359 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-360 FY21 budget amendment regarding funding of previously approved items and projects. Kyle?
Evening, council. This is just a housekeeping resolution. Typically, some projects get approved but don't get finalized when we get towards year end. So this resolution will allow us to roll these projects into FY21. The three items at hand are $100,000 for sidewalk cuts, which will be paid out of heritage funds, a total of $5,172 for the sign shop truck, which includes $3,752 for the truck and $1,420 for the truck equipment. And lastly, $217,701 out of the Water for Resale Fund for the Indian Hills Economic Development Project. That's it.
Thanks, Kyle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-360 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-361, authorize mayor to execute Bank Street resurvey agreement with Diana Painter. Alan?
Yes, Council, Mayor, Community Development sent out we sent out requests for proposals for this work, and we got 4 proposals back, and we're just asking that you approve Ms. Painter to do this resurvey.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike.
Second.
Second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-361 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-362, budget increase of $5,000 to animal services repair and maintenance line to pay for unexpected HVAC repairs. Chief?
This is the unit that we have over in the Animal Services Department where that has gone out, and it's unexpected. It's not working either heat or cold. It won't hold Freon, so we're just looking at just $5,000 to repair the system.
Thanks, Chief. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-362 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-363, approve police department positions adjustments for FY21. Rochelle or Chief, either?
Yes, this is a recommendation, comes from Chief Allen to reduce his staffing mix of transport security officers by one. Currently has a vacancy, so it would eliminate that vacancy and increase his crime scene tech positions by one, creating a total of 2 technician positions. It is in a higher pay grade, and there would be some offset within the current budget with recurring expenses year over year. And Chief Allen, you may jump in there and share anything you would like about this decision.
Thank you, Michelle. This position here is for a crime scene technician. The crime scene technician, what he or she would do is go out and actually process crime scenes. So we are taking away from the civilian position as a transport officer. The transport officers was created when we shut down the jail. It came from the corrections officers' positions. We went down to having 3 from 4, so I can create a second crime scene technician's position.
Thanks, Chief. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-363 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-364, authorize mayor to sign 2021 Safe Workplace Guidelines Annual Agreement with MWCF. Rochelle?
This is our annual commitment with our work comp risk management group, in which we commit to having implemented certain safety guidelines and protocols. We've adopted a drug and alcohol testing or drug-free workplace, and we have medical protocols for work injuries. So by adopting all 3 of those protocols year over year, it does benefit us in terms of the premium on our work comp insurance.
Okay, thanks, Rochelle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-364 is approved 5-0. Resolution number 20-365, re-energize recruitment efforts to fill Director of Development vacancy. Rochelle?
Yes, as everyone knows, we've had this vacancy for quite some time. Wally Terry retired at the end of April. Need guidance from this council on whether to move forward with re-energizing the recruitment efforts to fill that vacancy.
Specific department that he actually covered. It is my opinion that that's why we're falling behind our surrounding communities. They have people who are specialized in those particular positions who have been trained in those disciplines so that they can further the direction of those departments. So there is no person that we're going to find that has all of the specific background that we're looking for in this. And so I think that we are asking someone to be a generalist in these areas, and that is not going to work if we're going to advance our city, and being status quo is not working for us right now. So I will not support this tonight.
Thanks, Mr. Jackson. Any other discussion?
Hey, Rochelle, this is Hunter. Out of curiosity, the packet that you gave us that has the Tier 1 and Tier 2 on it, that's got all of the candidates, are we going to be going off of that, or are we going to put out another application for the position?
I would recommend that we refresh the candidate pool. Some of those applicants may no longer be interested. So I think it's important that we refresh the candidate pool, and this resolution does also include re-engagement with our GovHR recruitment agency in that process.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? I will say, I think I agree with Mr. Jackson. We're not going to find any candidate that has really can possibly have any type of expertise in all 4 of these. However, I think this role, and if you look at other municipalities around us, they do have roles like this, Huntsville being one. But I think what we're looking for is somebody that can provide guidance and leadership and a vision for those departments to really help us with development and recruiting, and they can work with our partners at EDA and the chamber. And I think one of the issues we have is we have too many people reporting to the mayor. We've got a lot of people reporting to the mayor, and hopefully we can find an executive type leader that can really face outward. I don't look for this role to face inward and really dig down deep in the weeds with the 4 departments. I totally agree that we do need high expertise in those departments, but we need some leadership that's outward facing, looking for helping us recruit and develop. So I agree with your points. I just see the role a little different.
So when we have a issue in that particular department, in say planning, for example, and this person does not have a specific doctrine or background in planning, who does that person go to?
Yeah, so we have some other items on the agenda. I hope that we can find planner 3 level type people and a manager that does provide some leadership and also has expertise. For example, Huntsville does have directors, just like you said, in those roles, and then they also have a director of development that helps lead all those roles together. And I think we need that, but we do need expertise in those roles as well. I just don't know that we're ready quite yet for a director in all those individual roles.
That's what we've had before. It worked. We weren't falling behind our neighboring communities when we had those. And now that we don't have those people in those specific positions, we've started to fall behind and drift behind those positions. So we can bat this back and forth as long as we want to, but previous mayors have had more department heads to report to them than this one has reporting to him. So that's not been an issue for anybody else, so it shouldn't be an issue now.
Any other discussion? Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. McMasters. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Ike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-365 is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-366, job classification and pay plan update, reclassify pay grade for planner 3. Rochelle?
Yes, we've gone through almost an entire year of trying to recruit experienced planners with certifications and a college education in planning to backfill a vacant position, actually, too. And we just have been unsuccessful with the salary range currently assigned to the planner 3. So based on a market study, we're bringing forward a recommendation to increase that pay range in the hopes of recruiting some experienced, degreed, certified planners for the city of Decatur.
Okay, thanks, Rochelle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pepper. Any discussion?
We're going to 22 with this, Rochelle?
Yes.
And the 22 makes more than the managers in the other departments. The 22 is that what our police captains make?
It is.
Okay, so the 22.
It's also what our fire division chiefs make.
Yeah, but it makes more than our fire battalion chiefs, who have an enormous amount of responsibility with life and property. And so this is, we've not even fully completed our job study. Is that an accurate statement? Fully completed fulfilling our job study that we did. Is that accurate?
I'm not sure what your statement is.
We had a job study done a few years back, and we've not fully implemented all the changes that were recommended in that, correct?
No, that is not correct. We did implement all the changes with the exception of when it was presented. It was presented with a caveat for annual cost of living adjustments to maintain relevancy to the market. Other than that, the changes that were recommended at that time were implemented.
So we have implemented everything that was in that job study, is what you're saying?
That is correct.
Okay, I don't think that's accurate. But anyway, here's the thing. We are creating, I've gotten no less than 11 conversations through text emails, through phone conversations, and people actually speaking with me directly. And this creates a morale issue, if nothing else. We've got people who are in managers' positions who are going to be paid less than this planner 3. We've got a manager's position that's next on the agenda, and we are going to actually pay those people who have not even started with this city more than we're paying the people who are currently working with our city. And one of the complaints that I got was that we're showing appreciation for people who we don't have before we show appreciation to the people who we do have. And so it's going to create morale issues for all of our employees, and not just people who are in these direct positions. We've got, the most important position that we have in our city, regardless of what anybody says, is our city clerk. And that's the person who's responsible for all of our bills, our understanding. They really have to have a background of our legal concerns almost as well as our legal aids. But our assistant city clerk has to be up to speed as well. And that person makes less than this person's going to be making. And that's just not, that's going to create waves throughout our entire system that's not going to work and we're already struggling to keep good personnel. And when we do things like this, I just don't think it was something that was well thought out. This is what our captains make. It's our battalion chiefs make less than that. Our assistant city clerk makes less than this. And you can go throughout the list here of people who actually make the other managers in those departments will be making less than this person doing basically the same thing. So I don't know that this was well thought out, but I'll just leave it for the vote after that.
Hey, Miss Rochelle, it's Hunter. Hey, is there more qualifications for this job? So, or is there like higher expectations for somebody that's coming into this position than there is for the other departments? Is there like more qualifications, like a higher education, something in that category?
Well, not all positions are created equal. This position does have some technical expertise that is not required in the other positions. It does have some public visibility that may not be required in the other positions. We looked at the market, we looked at information with other cities. This was the pay range that appeared to be appropriate for the position based on that analysis. It's not a detriment to or disrespect to any other position in the city or what employees do. We just have a critical need here in this area that we've not been able to fill, and this is typical compensation practice.
Thank you.
I guess the biggest thing that I'm getting, Rochelle, even beyond all of that, is that it appears that employees think that we've already chosen the person for this. That they were very specific in that the person has 8 years of experience, less than many of our people who are already here, and it appears that we already have a person chosen for this based on many of the conversations that I've had.
Well, no one's had a conversation with me about it, and that is absolutely not true. We had a candidate who was very talented, who came on for 1 month and said, no, this is not for me based on what I've seen. I'm not going to stay here for this. And the other candidate declined at what we thought was a healthy offer for more money to go to a neighboring city.
Well,
no, that is actually not true. We do not have a candidate in mind.
Okay, well, then that will just have to remain to be seen then, because that is what the understanding is of employees who have addressed this with me. So they are thinking that there's someone in particular and that we've got someone in mind. Well, not necessarily for this position, but for the manager's position. So we'll just have to, we'll see what breaks from there.
Well, I can support what Ms. Salmon has said. You can sit up there and bring up anything like that, but that's just not true.
I mean, and you can sit down there and say anything you want, and I still don't believe you.
Okay.
So we're good with that.
Any other discussion? Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
Pike.
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-366 is approved 4-1. Resolution number 20-367, adopt job classification manager, planning department. Rochelle?
It kind of partners with the other Planner 3. We've had challenges filling this is senior role. We have no leadership in that department. We have some very phenomenal folks working in the department now, but they would both tell you that the experience, they're still learning, just like a lot of us are. Don't have any candidates in mind for this position either. We're just looking to fill some senior experienced roles in the city, and in this department in particular, we've not had success in recruiting and hiring anyone.
All right, thanks, Rochelle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion?
I'll just have the same reservations about this position, just to a greater extent, because we're moving this person to a 23.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-367 is approved, the vote of 4-1. Resolution number 20-368, approved Bibb Garrett Road interchange project items. Carl?
Yes, Mayor, Council, Carl Pruitt. This resolution actually has several items in it. One of them would be awarding the bid to recontracting in the amount of $13,255,542.86 for the Bibb Garrett project itself. Also has in here that Decatur Utilities will reimburse the city $368,202.90 of that $13 million number for the betterment of utility relocations. It has agreement for AECom to do the CE&I for the project, and some additional funding for right-of-way acquisition as we move forward through that process. And it has the $265,832.99 for the Athens utilities relocations. And based on the award of the grant and these numbers, we will need an additional $256,254.99 for the project. And I know that's a lot of information, so I'll take any questions if y'all have them.
Thanks, Carl. Unassigned fund, good, okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-368 is approved with a vote of 5-0. Resolution number 20-369, approve Kerry Matthews agreement with Garver Engineering. Carl?
Yes, this is an agreement with Garver Engineering to do the civil engineering design for the exterior site grading and drainage plan in the amount of $52,957.
Thanks, Carl. Got a motion from Mr. Jackson.
Second.
Second from Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-369 is approved with a vote of 5-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl. Resolution number 20-370, approve a one-time pay increase. Rochelle, do you mind just giving the high level here?
No, I don't mind. At the last council meeting, the city approved 2 one-time pay increases for $100, one for wellness, one for the holidays. We were approached this week to add this agenda item to further recognize and benefit our employees with an additional $400 one-time pay increase out of the unassigned fund balance.
Okay, thanks, Rochelle. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion?
I'll simply say that I won't support this tonight. I've been the person who for years has always tried to be out front as far as taking care of, making sure that our employees were taken care of. In this particular regard, this is going to be an increase of $200,000 that's going to be coming from our fund balance. So I think that this is something that, when we were going through our budgets, I had talked with John Andrzejewski about doing a $1,500 pay increase for our employees, and so it's not a matter of the money. But I knew at that particular time that if we did that, and we did it in the constraints of a budget process, that we would have to move something else out of that budget. I don't know that it's responsible for us just to reach in, knowing that we're going to have situations like our Point Mallard, we're taking money for the Bill Garrett situation. We're still dealing with a pandemic, and so we don't know what the repercussions of taking money from our fund balance is going to be. So at this particular time, I'll just apologize to the employees up front and say that I would do this if we were doing it at a mid-year budget revision or if we were doing it during a budget process, but I cannot support it now, just reaching into the barrel and grabbing it out like that.
I do just want to add to that. I just want to say thank you to all the city employees. So you guys offer services to us 7 days a week, and you're really appreciated for what y'all do. So.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? I do want to thank Mr. McMasters, brought this last week, asked to put it on the agenda. I think it's a good thing we can do. I know, Kyle, you were involved in making sure we're okay with that, so thank you. Okay, let's see. Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
Pike.
Aye.
And Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-370, vote of 4 to 1.
Mr. President, thank you to the council for
You're welcome. Okay, resolution number 20-371, approve fire and rescue station number 5 bid. Kyle?
Yes, so the bid came in for station number 5, and the total value of the bid being presented tonight was $3,199,656. I failed to note this in the work session, but not included in that amount, there was previously a contingency in the total amount that has since been removed. So I just wanted to make that clear for those that if this gets passed, the spending, that the contingency is not there. With that being said, we have strategically thought about the best way to fund this, and with approval from legal, we've decided that the Heritage Fund would be best served to fund the overage. So basically comparing what the bid came in to what previously was passed in the budget, there was a $110,892 over budget amount, and strategically it makes sense to spend restricted dollars. Just some background on the Heritage Fund. It is restricted money we get from the state to use for capital improvements, payments of bond principal and interest, and restoration of capital improvements such as buildings and streets. So again, approved from legal that this spend is eligible here from the Heritage Fund. So any other questions? I'll gladly answer.
I know there was a question in the work session. Herman, can you just reiterate that, I know Kyle said approved through legal, but that it comes from the Heritage Fund?
Yes, the Heritage Fund was set up by the state of Alabama years ago for capital improvements. Certainly, a fire station is a capital improvement. So, and it's also, as Kyle mentioned, you can also use it for maintenance or repairs, but it's certainly new structure is a capital improvement.
Okay, thanks. Chief, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but I know you guys worked hard to kind of get the bid down to maybe closer to what we had budgeted, so thanks for your work on that. And also Mr. Pike, I know worked with you on that, so thank you for that. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pike.
Second.
Second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson,
Aye.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Resolution number 20-371 is approved with a vote of 5-0.
Thank you, Chief. Kyle.
Okay, ordinance is first reading. Ordinance number 20-4436 renamed Silvercrest Drive Southwest to Onizuka Drive Southwest. Matt?
Yes, sir. The applicant is the city of Decatur. The request is to rename Silvercrest Drive Southwest to Onizuka Drive Southwest to recognize the service of NASA astronaut and United States Air Force Colonel Ellison Onizuka from Hawaii, who lost his life in the Challenger incident, along with the other astronauts already so recognized. I did just want to mention, too, that this was not really an oversight in anyone's judgment. It was that the neighborhoods in this area were phased in, and so we think it was just a simple oversight, not an intentional leaving off of Mr. Onizuka. But this way we can rectify this, and all the Challenger astronauts will then be recognized. Thank you. If there's any questions.
Okay, do I have a motion to, oh, sorry. It's first reading. Any other discussion? Okay, thanks, Matt. This will be on the next council agenda. All right,
Thank you,
boards.
Council.
Thank you, Matt. Boards and committees, reappoint Pam Wersler to Personnel Board, term expiring December 31st, 2025.
Yep.
And Stacy earlier told us this is actually just a reappointment for a second term. The first term is a partial.
Yeah, it's a second full term.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Pepper.
Second.
Second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion?
This is effectively going to put that person on that board for 14 years, correct? That's a mighty long time with one perspective, but okay, thank you.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call.
Ladner,
Aye.
McMasters,
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
Pike,
Aye.
Pepper.
Aye.
Reappointment is approved with a vote of 4-1. Next regular work session will be December 14th, 2020 at 5 p.m. The next regular council meeting will be on December 21st at 10 a.m. Anything else from directors? Anything from the mayor? I don't see him. Okay, and then anything from the council?
I'd like to wish Mr. Jackson a happy birthday.
Thank you, I appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday. Thank you. Anything else from council? We're adjourned.
You gotta take it easy, man.
Sorry.